high. So, you want to learn to play this song because you've been searching and you can't find anything? Well, this is how you play it. I learned it just so I could do this. With a little help from an app and just listening to the song helps too. So, we're going to start with the verse. And it starts out with just a normal E. You can play the whole thing. That's just second fret on the A, the D, and then first fret on the G, and then open E. The next chord is going to be a B, power chord. You could probably do a bar chord, but I don't think it fits the song at all. And it's kind of hard to do a bar chord on the A sometimes if you don't want it to be like some weird variation of it. So we're just going to do a power chord, which is a B would be second fret A string, fourth fret D, and fourth fret G. You're gonna go back to E. So we'll go through the chords first. It's gonna the third chord for the verse is gonna be the A. So that's open A, second fret D, second fret G, and second fret B. And if you can, you could bring your thumb up to just touch the tip of the E string, so you don't hear it, or you could just learn to either rest the back of your hand on your strings and just get better at aiming, so it's not I don't know. It's an acquired skill, but so is all of this. So, and that's all the chords for the verse. So to do the verse, it's gonna start out with an E. And then switch to a B, back to E, to the A. So it's gonna go like this. The beginning of the song is just the verse, but it only has the rhythmic guitar. So you're just gonna do that a whole bunch, and then once you get to the pre-chorus, I can't hear the guitar at the end of the pre-chorus, or the end of the verse. I can't hear the guitar. If you're playing by yourself, I'd assume you just are gonna wanna continue to play through the song the whole way through, or the verse at least. So just go until you know. If you play through what the song would probably be the most helpful, listening while playing, stop once it switches, and switch to the pre-chorus. So the pre-chorus is kind of weird. I don't know if I have it all down, but the chords, mainly power chords. So you're gonna start with A, same one as the verse, kind of. I'll say that at the end. I'll show you that. So A, then you're gonna go to a G sharp, which is the G is the third fret of the E. A G sharp would be the fourth fret, and just do a power chord there. And then you're gonna want to do second fret of the E, which would be an F sharp, and then to the E. So you could, if you wanted to, do an A bar chord, which would be on the fifth fret of the E string. You just do a bar chord. So it's the same exact thing. The tone might be a little off because it's a thicker string, so it's not as loud and clear. It's a little more dark and muffled. No, it's really up to whatever you want to do. Personally, I like the sound of doing an actual A, but this is also easier because it's just one fret above the next chord. So you just go. Also, another thing is, if you do a bar chord, you don't get these last two, like, you don't get that doing this. So that's maybe a little more darker in a different way. The notes are lower. So it's up to whatever you want to do. This would be the easiest. If you can bar, this would be the easiest. Switch to a power chord there. Right after you bar, just go back to a power chord. It's a lot easier than having to bar the whole way down. Plus, that just sounds... It doesn't sound right. And when I'm barring here, I'm only doing the first 4 strings. I'm not hitting these last 2. So it's... Maybe a little out of tune. I don't know if I already said that. But then you're going to want to do... That's just the first part of the pre-chorus. The second part of the pre-chorus is... Oh, okay. It's a B. It's the B power chord from the verse. So you're going to want to do that. And then down... So it's basically the same thing, except... All right, never mind that. You know, you're going to do the B, the A, like before. Then it's just the same thing, except you don't do the E. So it's B, A, the G sharp, F sharp. And that's it. You don't do the E at the end. So playing through that the whole way, it would be A, I think it just does that. That's it. And then it moves on to the chorus. So playing through verse to pre-chorus. We're probably going to skip out some of the verse because we're not going to do as many segments of the verse because it's longer. The first one at least. Up there, I'm not gonna lie. I did mess up. So let's restart. I need a drink. So restart that. There we go. Did it again. Restart again. Alright, you can just play along with the song. You know the parts. I did a playthrough of each of them. We'll just play through the whole song at the end. So, the chorus. The chorus is the same as the verse, same chords and everything, same strumming pattern. So, technically I don't have to teach you that. But I think I forgot something, because I don't know if the chorus has the same chords as the verse and it just goes chorus to verse. That might sound a little weird. I don't know. Let's try it out. If it's wrong, if it sounds wrong, I will fix my mistake and teach you whatever I forgot. So start from the top. Playing along with the song would probably be better. But it's going to be a little weird to hear it without... Because I don't know the lyrics, because I don't really listen to the song, but... We're just going to do it. So that's the idea of it. It didn't sound horrible, but I definitely feel like they added a transition there. And at the same time, the transition could have just been a drum fill, which I highly doubt for this song. They could have. It just had to be soft. It could have also been a bass line, which a lot of this song, I feel like a lot of the transitions rely on the bass. A lot of the transitions, the verse to the pre-chorus, that's a big one that it relies on. It's just, if you're playing by yourself, it makes it... Playing with yourself is a lot harder because obviously you're not getting everybody to like fill in the parts that you're missing, but it's better to learn the song that way because you hear your mistakes then. You usually hear them anyway if you're playing with people. Playing along with the song is definitely the best thing. You get the tempo down. You can hear what it's supposed to sound like while you're playing, so you know if you mess up and you know if you're out of tune. Like I know I'm pretty sure I'm out of tune because I was trying to play along with the song and I realized that I was like halfway through. So I'm gonna listen back and hope that you can actually hear the guitar and it'll be a lot better. So that's how can you be sure? Maybe I'm gonna go back and listen because it didn't sound horrible without the transition, but I'm almost like 100% certain there is a transition. So I'm gonna go back and listen, and then I'll see if we're done. So I was kind of right. There's no transition though. I was kind of wrong about that. It's just there's a big distraction with the other instruments. So there's no real rhythmic guitar, change. Like no transition. Just kind of plays the same thing. Playing along with it and then going where the transition would probably be a big help to realize there's a space there. Maybe you don't play anymore, which might sound a little weird. So I'm not sure what you could really do. I guess just you gotta go with it, play it with the song then. Or even try to learn the bass part to it. Try to learn like a little transition that sounds similar to it by ear. That could help. But other than that, that's really like, that's the song. The end chorus does have, in the background, there's a second, they're like layered the vocals of saying, I don't want you, behind the how can you be sure. So I guess that's the bridge to it. That's like really the only thing you're gonna get for a bridge. There's no solo, there's no like Karma Police type of 4-minute there I lost myself. Like there's no real bridge other than the vocals in the background, which does make it different. It does, so technically there's a bridge. So that's kind of the song. That's the whole thing. Thanks for watching. And I know my singing might have sucked and my guitar wasn't that good because I was trying to make up lyrics on the spot while I was playing through the whole song. So that's it. Verse, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse. Over and over again. First verse is a little longer. Chorus and verse are the same exact chords. Same chord progression. That's about it. So thanks for watching.